So the matrix, aka money, aka banking system, is the illusionary distraction that is being provided for you by an intelligent deity that you cannot see, but has been conjured up by the founding wicked ass Masonic fathers of this country, which keep all the souls on this planet Earth constantly energetically being molested and being forced into reincarnation because our spiritual ascension is being suppressed by this demonic ass rule. But what I'm telling y'all is this is an actual practice. It is not a secret that this country was predicated upon occultism and Luciferianism, and is being practiced right in your motherfucking face every day. Now, what does all this have to do with democracy? Because democracy comes from the word demon, which once again means intelligent deity, and krasi comes from the Greek word kratos, which means rule. So democracy literally means a demonic rule.
Okay. Democracy means democracy. Now, young Pharaoh is another one of these people on here propping up Donald Trump and doing it under the guise of Trump is against the establishment, and he's against the New World Order, and he's against the Illuminati, and he's against the 1%, and he's tearing down the deep state, and he's fighting for our freedom.
Today's Democrat Party is held hostage by haters, absolute haters, left-wing haters, angry mobs, deep state radicals, and their fake news allies. Those people are the best. They're the best allies they've got. The latest act of resistance is the op-ed published in the failing New York Times by an anonymous, gutless coward. You just look. Unelected deep state operatives who defy the voters to push their own secret agendas are truly a threat to democracy itself. Their democratic institutions are being destroyed. The situation is completely unacceptable. As responsible neighbors and friends of the Venezuelan people, our goal must be to help them regain their freedom, recover their country, and restore their democracy. I ask every country represented here to be prepared to do more to address this unbelievably serious crisis. We call for the full restoration of democracy and political freedoms in Venezuela, and we want it to happen very, very soon.
If Trump is against the democracy, then why is he saying that Democrats are a threat to the democracy? If he's against the democracy, then why does he want full restoration of the democracy in Venezuela? Now, what I just did with the democracy thing, it may seem petty, but really, I'm speaking to the obviousness of just how untrue it is that Trump is against the establishment.
I asked the chair, you know what this is? It's a snowball, and that's just from outside here. So it's very, very cold out, very unseasonal. So here, Mr. President, catch this.
On December 12, 2017, Trump re-signs the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which suspends habeas corpus. And habeas corpus is the automatic right to appear before a judge if you are arrested and charged with a crime. But Trump just signed it away again where people can be arrested and held without charge. A bill first signed by Barack Obama, and the bill was sponsored by Republican Senator James Inhofe, a Republican who wrote that bill and introduced it to Congress, and devils on both sides, Democrat and Republican, passed it. In December 2018, Donald Trump re-signs the Patriot Act. And the Patriot Act is just another law which is like the NDAA, which means one day we will have no rights. And this is the man said to be against the establishment.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt, and when I say corrupt, I'm talking about totally corrupt, political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. There is nothing the political establishment will not do, no lie that they won't tell, to hold their prestige and power at your expense, and that's what's been happening. The Washington establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exist for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. As an example, just one single trade deal they'd like to pass involves trillions of dollars controlled by many countries, corporations, and lobbyists. For those who control the levers of power in Washington, and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. Our campaign represents a true existential threat.
Every president runs on the anti-establishment mantra about how they're going to tax big companies and tackle corruption in politics. Trump ran on that with his Drain the Swamp slogan, or how he's going to tax companies who leave America. But if you peek into his business deals, you'll see that he's not against the establishment. Look at the deals his sons and daughters been making with China and other companies. So him disturbing the status quo, which it looks like he has been doing, no doubt, but that does not mean he's anti-establishment. What it would be is like Google buying up YouTube or Amazon moving in, which does not mean better for you and me. What became the United States was against the British establishment, and look how that turned out for the people. Not good. Hitler didn't like the status quo either, and the citizens saw him as a rebel, but look what he ultimately ended up costing them. I don't refer to these 2016 Republicans as the Fourth Reich just for the sake of name calling. I haven't referred to Trump as an aspiring imperialist for nothing. I called them the Fourth Reich because everything Trump has done is likened to every dictator I've ever heard of on their rise to power. But the mantra is he's not one of them. He's his own man.
Smartest people. You know, when they talk about the elite. The elite. Do you ever see the elite? They're not elite. You're the elite. You are the elite. You do all the things that you do. You're talented with your hands, with your mind. And then you hear, the elite has just said. The elite. They're more elite than me. I have better everything than they have, including this. They like to try and demean always by saying, well, this and that. Let me tell you, we're winning. You're smarter. You're better looking. You're sharper. And they call themselves elite. But if they're elite, then we're the super elite. It's true. It's true. The radical left demands absolute conformity from every professor, researcher, reporter, journalist, corporation, entertainer, politician, campus speaker, and private citizen. But we have Charlie, and we have our people, and our people are stronger. Our people are stronger, and our people are smarter, and we are the elite. We are the elite. You know, do you ever notice? They said it 2 weeks ago. I was talking to somebody. She says, well, you know, the elite. I said, what are you talking about, the elite? Who's the elite? They're the elite? They're not the elite. You're the elite. You are.
Says you are the elite. An aspiring imperialist is what I said he is. And look, they don't all get along. So fighting against the establishment is what they all do. And a lot of times the fighting comes to the point where bombs need to be dropped on each other. But a man's, you know, when I think about it, a man whose companies is almost $1 billion in debt would be against the establishment in that sense, but that would be for his best interest, for his bright future, not yours and mine.